I can't say today that at 18 I fully knew what a loan was. I just knew I needed it to pay for what I couldn't pay. I think I actually came to terms with understanding what a loan was and what it meant working at the Scholarship Academy.
This type of loan accumulates interest while the student is still attending college.
I didn't understand what compounding meant, the difference between subsidized and unsubsidized, and the different types of loans you could take out.
This scholarship website is a useful resource to identify private scholarships.
And it feels like when you go to college, the people who have already had the scholarships and loans and they knew of that, I feel like they were in some type of secret society. Who taught you how to do this at 18? My mom didn't go to college. My dad went for maybe a semester or two, but he didn't finish. So for them, me going to college was the learning experience. I was the learning curve. My mom had me young, so it's for her, it was like, you really need to go, do something I couldn't. It was glitter and glamour to her. In my mind, I was like, okay, well, if I take out a loan for $10,000, I'm gonna pay it back because I'm gonna be making $50,000 at least. My interest right now is almost the same as my principal. They show us a PowerPoint in college before you sign your promissory note or whatever. It doesn't say this is what life is gonna be like, or this is what you're potentially signing up for. They just say, you wanna go to college, right? This is what you have to do to get there. And at that point, you're staring at a dream, and the only thing in between you and the dream is the money. So you're like, let me just take this so I can, get closer to what I want to do and what I want to be. So I felt like I got hustled, if that makes sense. It's definitely a weight on your shoulders, on your heart, on your head. With the conversation around student loans constantly changing and always being in limbo, it's hard to proceed with your day-to-day life. Me, I like to budget, so I can know what to pay, who I got to pay on what day. And not knowing that and trying to fit that into my budget, which is already kind of stretched a little bit. My rent's gone up approximately $500 since 2020. Cost of groceries, inflation is real. It's a constant struggle in your head of am I making the right decision? Am I being financially responsible? Am I really educated on what I'm doing? Am I literate enough to understand my choices? There's a lot of shame because you look at it like, okay, would 10-year-old me be happy with where I am now? And then if 10-year-old you was given the story that you got to go to college, you got to do this and you got to do that to be successful, how am I then defining success if I have this much debt behind trying to do what I was told to do? If I didn't have student loan debt tomorrow, I would probably go looking for a house somewhere that's affordable. It would open up my budget to doing more, living more freely, and preparing my kids for their next step. I want them to be happy. I don't care how they determine their happiness. I just want to know that at the end of the day, they saw me live my life and they know how to live theirs based off being happy and finding the positive aspects of life.